Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for what feels like a painful upload where I really have to just scrape the barrel a little bit to gain some enthusiasm, some optimism, some positivity for Chelsea versus Fulham. It's an early kickoff on a Saturday. We couldn't even wake up for Middlesborough having been sat on a bus or a plane for 4 hours. Goodness me, I pray that none of the boys are out in West London on Friday night, although it might seem like a smarter idea because we don't turn up on the football pitch regularly enough, do we? That being said, hang on a second, we've won 3 of our last 4 Premier League games, ladies and gentlemen, so what better than making it 4 in a West London derby? And I mean it. I'm not just going to sit here and say, yeah, I don't like the way things are going and we hope that Chelsea don't win because then hopefully we can get what I want sooner. No, I'm here to see things change. I want to be that guy that is a flip-flop. That when Pochettino wins 10 in a row, everyone clips me up and says, but you wanted him sacked 2 months ago. Yeah, that's how football works, mate. That's exactly what it's supposed to be like. When things are good, you praise it. You take your hat off and say, I was wrong. I want that more than anything. Trust me. Do I think it's going to happen? Unfortunately not. And I think this could be a little bit more of a banana skin than the banana skins we've had Preston and Middlesbrough. We talk about those lower league oppositions as banana skins. Sometimes it's just about not having good enough footballers and having a team that have desire. And we don't have those things. We don't really have great footballers and we don't have any desire. So with that being said, you're playing against the Fulham side, who are currently 13th in the table. They've lost 3 of the last 5. They've won the other 2. They've also had, in recent months, some really good performances. They're in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. They were really good against Liverpool for 70 minutes of the game, and then Liverpool turned it on at the end when they needed to. That's what good football teams do. Chelsea here, we got to win. Every single game now is a must-win game. And if you want to watch the video that I'm going to post tomorrow morning before this Fulham match, it's kind of like an add-on to this video and also the Chelsea news video from yesterday. I'm going to upload it at some wacky time. So make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and please hit the like button on this video if you are still here with me with the smallest glimmer of an optimistic hope for the Chelsea future. That is very bleak, in my opinion, but we're still here for it. We got to win this flipping game of football. I've gone with a team here that you look at it and to be quite honest, it doesn't fill me with optimism. I'm looking and I'm also realising that no matter how much I think players have just got to play in their correct positions, it's still not doable. There are still adjustments that have to be made, but Levi Colwill playing at left back cannot happen. So we're about to build my side in a moment, but I'm telling you now, I can't see Levi Colwill at left back again. It's time that we actually played him where he's supposed to play. Last season, I think at Brighton, then he played 27 matches, 24 of them were in centre-back. And that is why at the start of this season, we were buzzing for Levi. We thought, yeah, Chelsea have got a proper centre-half here. And we ain't seen him there all bloody season. So today, he plays in centre-back. But we're going to begin here. I'm going to just build the team now because, to be quite honest, I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling. That Middlesbrough result, more than any result, and I know you guys know this because a lot of you were empathetic with me in the 6 Things We Learned video. You guys could see that having got a little bit excited again, having won a few games in a row, that Middlesbrough match was just like the coming down to earth and reality hitter that I really didn't want, but I kind of knew was going to come. Because the truth of the matter is, guys, I really don't think the players are good enough that we have at this football club right now. And then you start to look up and it's all a mess. From the bottom to the top, it's an absolute mess. But we do have to field an 11 and we do have to give this a go at Stamford Bridge. The goalkeeper is Petrovic. I think if ever there was a player at the moment who can kind of avoid criticism, it's got to be this guy. He's only just recently, in the last couple of months, come into the Chelsea team, didn't get a sniff before it, and you look at the goals he's conceding, and you can't really say that Petrovic is at fault for any of them at this point in time, and he is the number 1 right now. We move into a back 4. Alfie Gilchrist starts at right back here. I think you've got to, in times like this where it's a big struggle and we're not playing well, and the crowd at Stamford Bridge. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but these tickets, season ticket holders and members are giving up their tickets for this game. This game went on general sale. A Premier League game, trust me. I've not been a season ticket holder, but I used to go home and away, Europe, Premier League, everything for Chelsea. Tickets never go on general sale. That's how you know how far we've fallen and how bad the situation is at Chelsea. General sale. So what people that are going to Stamford Bridge want to see is they want to see players that care about it as much as they do to spend their money on their tickets. Alfie Gilchrist is that guy right now. He is the glimmer of hope about like Chelsea grit, Chelsea determination and desire for the badge. Alfie, I think, has been good when he's played. And he starts at right back for me here. Thiago Silva and Levi Colwill at the back. I thought Disasi was doing all right, and I've actually decided I'm not a fan. And it's easy for me to make these rash changes of heart and changes of mind and opinion at the moment, and Disasi is one of them that I'm just taking out. I don't think he's got it at the top level, and I think Levi could. And I think he could be a much better centre-back than Disasi. So play him in his correct position. That left centre-back role alongside Thiago Silva, who is still one of the only players who seemingly care. Check out my video message to the Chelsea players from 2 days ago. Malo Gusto is at left-back. And this is the sacrifice that you got to make here. Alfie Gilchrist, I think, has to play. So he can play at right-back because he's competent there. Gusto isn't ideal at left-back, and he's not great going forward on that left side, but it's the best we got. It really is the best we've got at this moment in time. Let me know your thoughts on my Chelsea team, of course, in the comments down below. The midfield three is Caicedo, Gallagher, Enzo. I want to just give Caicedo some credit here because as much as he was at fault, I'd say it was between Colwill and Caicedo, 50-50, for the Middlesbrough goal in midweek. Caicedo's got his hands behind his back, anticipating a cross for a handball when he's already lost his man who gets a tap in from 6 yards. It's absolutely outrageous defending. But I'm going to talk about this in tomorrow's video before the game. There's rumours at the moment that there are players who are concerned tactically about what they're being asked to do, questioning Mauricio Pochettino. And I think Caicedo's probably one of those players, if I'm honest, if I had to speculate. But I do think he has been progressively average to good. And I think at this point in time, that is over a sustained period, a compliment, I guess, to a Chelsea player. And we need Enzo to show up. We need Gallagher to perform. I'm clutching at straws here. But that is the midfield three. That's what we got at the moment. Lavia's out. Ugo Chukwu's out. Don't think he's good enough either. We move into a front three here. Armando Broja's got to start. Cole Palmer back on the right. I think asking him to be that striker. Clearly the pressure got to him, being that front man against Middlesbrough with some outrageously glaring misses to compile what was a dreadful, dreadful night for Chelsea Football Club. Yes, it could have been different. It really could have been. If Cole Palmer scores those goals, yeah, we played awful, but then maybe the momentum shifts if he puts some of those chances in the back of the net. So I think having Armando Broja as the striker here is 100% necessary. Nkunku is still injured, which is a nightmare. And I put Mudryk on the left wing. I cannot sit here in front of this camera, with this microphone, and say to you with any conviction that I want to see Raheem Sterling in this team. I'm so over it. I'm so over seeing him just like bypass games. You know, he's so passive. And we need someone to carry the team. And I think Mudryk at the moment is one of those players who, how he isn't starting, I don't know. I know he's not the finished article. I know there are still flaws and there's still improvements that he absolutely has to make. But he works hard in the final third. He's trying to make things happen. And he did that against Preston. He kept fighting in the box to get the ball to Gusto, then gave it to Broja, who kind of relieved Stamford Bridge for a moment. And I think we need players like that who can also potentially get people off their seats. Noni Madueke as well. After what I saw against Middlesbrough, all of my optimism for the form that he was in disappeared, to be quite honest. That was just a shoddy performance, if ever there was one from him. And yeah, at this moment in time, I'm not happy with anybody. Cole Palmer, I was delighted with before he storms down that tunnel the other day. There was also comments in the media that he never wanted to leave Man City. He wanted a loan to break in. So he doesn't really want to be at Chelsea anyway. Do you know what I mean? And you see players go down the tunnel like that. I can't get over it. I really can't get over it. That Middlesbrough game has hurt me so much, guys, and I'm sorry that it is negative. I know a lot of people are like, well, you know, you're so entitled. Well, yeah, I am a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, the least you can ask for, if we can all accept that the players just aren't quite as good as they should be, the least you can expect is respect for the fans that have travelled up the country to Borough. So don't mind me whilst I'm negative. Until I see something to make me positive and optimistic, I'm staying this way until I see a change. My score prediction for this game is 1-1. I don't think we're going to win, and I don't know what this result will mean. For Pochettino, for the team, for the feeling, like, it's one of those games I'm dreading. I'm absolutely dreading this. It's a massive for Fulham. You know, and at this point in time, we've got to look at Fulham as like a rivalry that we psych ourselves up for. We need any excuse right now to get the players geared up and ready. West London derby, please make it this one. Yeah, it's not Spurs. Yeah, it's not Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, West Ham, Tottenham. No, it's Fulham. Little old Fulham. These guys are more likely to get to a Carabao Cup final right now than we are. Take them seriously, respect them, and give the fans something to shout about at Stamford Bridge. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Check out today's earlier video that was Chelsea transfer news, talking about strikers. I'm trying to keep it as positive as we can. And then tomorrow morning before the Fulham game, or late tonight, it's going to be a random upload, this one, in the middle of butt-F nowhere in terms of the timing schedule of the world. There's another video coming out. I've got to do it before the Fulham game because things can change. Chelsea win 9-0 tomorrow. I'm happy. Buzzing. I can't even say it. Come on, you Blues.